Hi guys, and welcome to the first part of my happy birthday series, my birthday series, which is going to run all through this year parallel with some other series, have a little bit more of a cohesion amongst my cards this year. So yes, this is also a part of the February coloring challenge over at Make It Colorful, which is Make It Crafty's coloring challenge page. And the challenge this month is transparency, and my transparency of choice this time is a glass bottle. So I'm using 3 different stamps from Make It Crafty, which is the Drink Me bottle and 2 fairies, Moxie and Foxy. Really adorable little fairies. I really like them. So what I did, I actually made it look like the fairies was in the bottle, because I think fairies in a bottle, kind of fun. I'm starting out here coloring the cork, and the cork of the bottle, I tried to get it a little bit lighter inside the bottle. I wish I had gotten it even a little bit lighter to kind of make it look more like it was in the bottle. To give the bottle dimension without coloring too much, I'm giving it a little bit of a darker, very light blue at the edges, and then I'm gonna blend it in towards the middle with a lighter blue. So I'm using the B01, B00, B00, and B quadruple-O to make the shape of a bottle. If you hold up a bottle to the kind of a white wall or something, you will see that it actually gives the illusion of being colored, and the outermost sliver of an edge doesn't have any color at all. So that is how I tried to make it look like it actually had dimension. The little blues will actually overlap some of the fairies a little bit, and that will kind of create the illusion that the fairy is inside of the bottle. So yeah, that is how I work my transparency. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of glare to the bottle at the end of the video. But to begin coloring the fairies, I'm closing up on both of the fairies because I thought it's easier to see what I'm doing. So starting out with Foxy. Foxy is adorable. They are actually 3 different ones. I think they're 3. Foxy, Moxie, and Roxy. This is Roxy. I'm sorry, Foxy. I don't actually have. This is Roxy. See, totally being very confused about those. There will be correct links down in the description, though, if you want to go and get them for yourself. But this is Roxy. I choose her because she is small and adorable, and I really like her curly hair. I make her wings green. I think that is one of the reason why I don't do fairies that often. I don't know which color I'm supposed to make the wings in. You can make them transparent too, but I kind of felt that the bottle was transparent enough, so I gave her like leaf green wings. I thought that would be kind of cool. And her sister or something will also have about the same color scheme, so that they kind of matches. The color scheme actually grew out of the color schemes for the fox, I call it, last week or the week before, because I really liked it and I wanted to make hair in that color, so I did. Yeah. So today I'm starting out with the E18. I'm trying to put shadows wherever it's a crease, a fold, or where the hair would be overlapping, and then I'm just extending those shadows with the E19, which is a really beautiful color, and then I'm continuing on with some YRs, the YR18 and the YR15, to give it that kind of orangey red look. And all the time I am just extending the darkness a little bit, but leaving a little bit left for the YR15 to kind of fill in for her little curls. They are a lot of fun to color, but they take time. It's one of those things. I love hair, but hair does take time to color, because you kind of figure you want it here and you want a little bit more there, and you find yourself sitting for hours and hours and just coloring hair, which is really fun. I actually decided for her to have green eyes, because I love how green eyes and red hair kind of match itself. And for the last part of her clothing, I am using some yellows. I'm using YR38 as my darkest, and then going up with Y17, Y08 and Y04. Yellow is one of those colors I rarely use, because I don't know how to which colors to use to shade it properly, and then as I don't use it that often, I never do. And also it's one of my least favorite colors, but I thought yellow would be a good color to go with my fairies, as they had some yellowish green wings, they had the orange hair, so I really felt I wanted to get in that yellow in it and keep the kind of warmth in the same tones. And the skin colors is my right now go-to colors as usual. And in the description down below, and also on my blog, there is a list on all of the Copics used in this project. I had a really lot of fun doing this. Also, when I do wings, I don't really kind of think about how the wings go, more than I try to give shadows where it's closest to her back and make it lighter when it comes out, just to give it some kind of dimension at least. And for the hair, usually when I do straight hair, I add darkness at the tips of the hair to kind of look like it bends, but in this case I kind of felt it was more appropriate to just leave the tips light, like it was kind of growing out, so you have the roots darker and the tips lighter, which is kind of a cool hair color to have. I wish I did. For the yellows for this little character, I'm actually also using the YR15 to get a little bit extra of that orange darkness. I kind of like that outcome a little bit better than the straight YR13, 17, 08 and 04. So it got a little bit deeper in the shadows, and I really like that. And to finish it off, I'm using my E40s for her shoes. And then I'm gonna use my little birthday stamp, but I kind of remembered that I need to kind of shade the little notepad a little bit before, and as I'm using a Versafine Onyx Black, I can't do any Copic coloring afterwards, because it would smear and it would ruin the tips on my Copics. I really like how that ink stamps though. And for the last part, I'm adding a little glare with my white Posca pen. And you can use your white gel pen or any kind of white coloring, just that I recently bought my Posca pen and I really wanted to use it. However, if you color on top of the white line a couple of times, the paper will start to pill, because these papers aren't meant to take water-based mediums. And then I'm just cutting it out and cutting that little hole in the string, and then that was done. I found this paper in my stash, which is kind of a embossed stripe on, a very thin embossed stripe on. I thought it would be perfect for this project, but I wanted it to have a little bit of color, so I start out using some tumbled glass. Yeah, I think it's tumbled glass it's called, at the edges, and then I'm using some broken china on top of that, to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more darkness around it. And that is kind of my background. And for the back side of it all, I'm just cutting down a white piece of cardstock about 1/4 of an inch wider than my striped paper. And that is all I did for this card. I did a lot of foam tapes on the back side of the bottle, but that's it. That's the card for today. It's an oversized card, but I kind of wanted to have all the details in the fairies. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Down below you will also have all the details as usual. If you want to see more videos like this, just hit that subscribe button. And at the end of this video you'll see 2 undercards I made with the Make It Crafty image. So thank you again for watching, and I see you later. Bye!